You sure you don't want to jump? Just slip off a little bit. Like,
No, I actually have a lot of reason to live, Superman. You've given me a lot. Actually, good friends. My dad works for LexCorp.
Oh. Hey everybody, welcome back to Bad Take Delete Podcast, the only podcast where there's bad takes and we delete them, man.
Yeah, that's what we're about.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's JJ over here on the right side. Now I'm on the left side. No, I'm not. We're not editing that. And then there's Daft on the left. Daft, how you doing this fine morning, afternoon, night, whatever time you're listening to this?
Or whenever we're recording. We actually don't know what time it is. We've been awake for 36 hours straight.
Oh yeah,
preparing
we're in a
for
dark
this.
void of ethereal space, like in Satoru.
But we have something new. Did you notice it? That thing right there? That thing right there. Ooh, a table with nothing on it.
How do we afford that?
I don't know. I just drew it in. Every time I draw something, it costs me physically $20 from my bank account. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how it happens. Every time I draw something.
I was just gonna say, like, you told me that you couldn't afford to pay me, but we have a table here.
No, that's what I said. Every time I draw something in any Adobe product, they take $20 from me. It's part of the new policy.
We're gonna have a talk after this. Anyways, guys, hey, welcome back to the Bad Take Delete Podcast. We're gonna go right into the topics that we've never ever touched before. Topics that you'll never ever expect from us.
Never. Which one do you want to start with? We actually get a lot of wonderful topics.
Let's talk about cartoons.
Oh, okay. Adult Swim, Checkered Pasts is a new lineup on Adult Swim starting at 5 p.m. They're starting to air a lot of older cartoons. Are you excited about that? Are you excited about the old cartoons?
Yeah, fuck it. I mean, Boomerang is a dead horse at this point. It only airs like 2010 videos now, like Ben 10. Mm-hmm. So yeah, put some fucking goofy ass, some fucking cow and chicken shit into my veins, dude. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I did see some people talking about how it's like, oh, the older cartoons of the 2000s, what we grew up on, are too edgy for modern TV, so they have to put it on Adult Swim. And it's like, no, because the people who would watch these are in their 20s. Like, regular kids probably won't watch this stuff.
I mean, to be fair, there were some kind of questionable episodes, like that one episode where Johnny Bravo was trying to argue for replacement theory.
Yeah, I don't know why that keeps happening in Cartoon Network shows at all.
Hey, mama, you're one good-looking girl, but let me tell you about this. The white man is being replaced in the workspace.
Johnny, I told you not to talk about that. Don't.
That's the sound of the FBI taking him out.
Oh, I thought that was just him doing the general things that he does, his catchphrase. My Johnny's dead. Oh.
Anyways,
so that's enough of that news. We gotta talk about the more important shit. The way more important stuff. You ready for this?
Oh yeah.
Garten of BanBan IV released today. I know that's your favorite game. I'm reading it right here on my phone. It's actually on the Wikipedia for JJ, his favorite game series. How do you feel about that? The fourth episode.
Well, listen, and this is you can skip this part if you're not a BanBan head like I am.
Okay.
As we understand from the last Garten of BanBan, we know that Google actually jumped the cavern with the car, in the Great Escape from the. I think they were communists at the time going at him. So this is going to be very interesting. I don't know how they're going to go into this from this angle because honestly, like, Gibble is considered like a bad guy at this point, but I don't really know for sure. And like, there's the whole angle with like the fucking G.I. Joe. Yeah, because they're doing a Hasbro crossover for people that don't know. So that was a big
deal right there. That was a big deal. $1.1 billion acquired from Garten of BanBan. They're a big company right now. But go on.
Really?
Yeah.
How much money have they made from this?
1.1 billion. I'm reading it right here. It's real news. 1.1 billion.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not even dollars, euros, so it's even more money.
Oh my god. I mean, they might acquire weapons of mass destruction. We gotta keep an eye on these guys.
Well, I know you just finished Garten of BanBan IV. Luckily, Garten of BanBan 5 and 6 were also announced today. So you have a lot. So we could fill your stocking this Christmas, this Hanukkah, with some new stuff. 5 and 6. Are you excited for those?
I don't understand how so many people, like, it's so obviously just like a fuck you, pay me scheme. And the first few of them, I'm like, all right, I get it. People are like buying into the joke. That's fine. Mm-hmm. We're on number 6 now.
So far. Is
this gonna get to 10? Is this gonna be like one of the most recent game franchises to make it all the way to 10 in less than how long has this franchise been around? Like 3 years? 2 years?
Last year.
Fuck you.
Maybe it was late last year.
Fuck you.
Well, think of it this way. The first, I believe, 3... Let me double check. Yep, okay, cool. I didn't check it all. The first 3 FNAF games were made within 6 months of each other. Very short time span. Very short gameplay. It's actually quite smart. The fact that they're making these short, like 1 hour gameplay videos, 1 hour gameplay short games, selling them for like $5 to $10 or whatever, and then people buy them. Because, like, no one's making you comment about this, no one's making you play it, and yet people still do. And that's why we keep getting the good games, 5 and 6.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
excited.
Thanks, Matt Pat.
Mr. Beast is being sued for $100 million by the people behind Mr. Beast Burger, you know, the company that sets up those ghost kitchens. Mm-hmm. Do you know about this?
Yeah, actually, I've kind of been following this a little bit. I know it's like so dumb, but from what I remember, Mr. Beast comes out saying like that there's like no quality control because essentially, as I understand it, these are being like made out of restaurants, not like actually designated areas. So like the quality varies based on where you're ordering it from.
And I actually had one of them way back when. I don't remember if I had the Dream Burger, the Mr. Beast Burger. I know they had other guys, you know, like Mr. Beast friends, but I'm not much of a Mr. Beast head to really know the characters or whatever. So I just kind of ordered whatever felt good, and it was undercooked. Not enough to where I get food poisoning. Yeah, I can make it 2 years like I got food poisoning from Mr. Beast Burger, but it was just like, oh, this isn't good at all. And so for Mr. Beast being sued, apparently the people behind the burger is like, yeah, he's shit talking us, Judge. He's saying some mean things, and he didn't really promote it as much as he needed to. And it's like, maybe if he had good burgers, we can do that.
Yeah, he's been very public about how, like, it's just ass. And he's dropped it completely, which, like, I don't know what you want to do about it. It's called Mr. Beast Burger or whatever. So if Mr. Beast doesn't like it, what the fuck are you supposed to do? You can't really complain.
It's in the sense of they tried using the Beast Burger as like well, look how successfully this did. We sold a bunch of burgers this year, and they're trying to do it with other celebrities. So it's like... What other celebrities are going to do their own ghost kitchen type stuff? And think about the poor workers who have to like memorize new meals entirely every few months for some random celebrity that says, hey, I want a burger. That's my impression of Mike Tyson. He said, I want a burger.
See, this whole burger thing worked better. Like, it worked during the COVID era, because like you are always getting delivery regardless. So like, you know, if you're gonna get delivery and you see fucking your favorite YouTuber or whatever, yeah, get a grilled cheese for $15, sure. But like now, there's really no incentive to do it, especially when you know it's gonna be ass 50% of the time.
Yeah, because a lot of people are talking about the quality on Reddit, on Twitter, Twitter. We'll keep calling it Twitter until they actually change the domain name. Can we agree with that?
I'm just gonna keep calling it Twitter regardless.
Okay, cool. So many people were talking about the quality of it that if some other YouTuber were going to try this, it would deter a lot of regular people, maybe even parents, because it's like, hey, I saw that the last time this company did some works, some people got food poisoning. I want my little Timmy or Jimmy, only 2 of those people, only 2 of those kids specifically. I don't want them to get like hurt or burned or scalded or food poisoned by this burger, because how would that feel?
Fine to die. Mike, you can take him. You know, we don't need that guy. But Jimmy and Timmy,
we have too many mics in this world.
Yeah,
I read the consensus. Mr. Biden, President Biden, recently said that we had too many mics at a press conference. And if you see one, you can just kill them.
Just go for it. Take him out.
You kill the mics. All right, that's it. That was a little skit. Great stuff.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. Sleepy Joe, always sleeping and peeing. That's my president.
Do you ever wonder what like Joe Biden's smash main would be?
I think his smash main would be Kirby. I feel like he's a big Kirby guy because he's like, oh, it's pink, it's funny.
Oh, that's cute. What a pussy!
Oh,
because
shit.
my fucking president, Barack Obama,
yeah,
his main is fucking Captain Falcon, dude. That's official. That's real news.
It's real news. Someone asked him and was like, Mr. President, we could ask you about all the other stuff that you did, all the secret stuff, even the UFOs. We got a big question for you, Obama.
Oh, yes.
What is your favorite Smash character main?
I don't fucking play video games. What's popular? Captain Falcon. Sure, Captain Falcon. There it is.
Oh, Mr. President. Okay, sure. That's gonna tank you in the Mario mains. Are you sure? You sure want to do that?
Listen, I could give less a fuck about any of this.
Oh my god.
This is all PR. This is all PR.
All PR. Even your Obama summer playlist, that's all PR? You wouldn't do that to us, Mr. Obama.
That one comes from the heart.
Okay.
I love Trippy Red or whatever fucking artist he puts on there.
But you know who can't hold a candle? Actually, no. Mr. Nolan can't hold a candle to.
Who?
The director of Superman Solar.
Oh my god, yeah. Let me tell you how my day started today.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it last night because I had to do like a whole bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I get up this morning and I'm getting my cup of coffee and I
cup
get
of Joe.
Back home, pop it on my TV.
Your TV, no less.
Yeah, and I'm kind of invested in this because I like Superman. He's one of my favorites. So I'm like, you know.
Yeah.
I saw some scenes, you know, the cinematography's not that bad. They have him like flying in front of the sun and shit. Looks cool. It was probably the most difficult thing I've had to sit through in the last few years.
Why is that?
I've seen people get their heads blown off, and like that video was harder to watch.
Yeah, you keep showing me those videos, people's heads getting blown off, and I'm going like, what does this have to do with Batman or Superman?
Nothing really. Just make me giggle. But Uh, like terrible. But like the fucking I just get the vibe that the fucking guy who played Superman was the guy who like more or less like brought this whole team together. So he's like,
That's what I thought too. But it wasn't.
What?
It was a completely different guy. I checked the I believe his name was like List, like Matthew List or whatever. He wrote it, directed, edited, and this other guy played Superman. Because when you look at him, we're gonna show a picture on screen of what he looks like. He doesn't look like a Superman. He looks like a guy at a Halloween party who dressed up as Superman. You know what I mean?
He looks like a substitute teacher.
One of the substitute teachers who's like, it's Superman Day, so I'm gonna dress up as Superman. Ah, it's me.
There's so much wrong with this. I get he had to be like the guy's best friend or something. There has to be some reason he got in. There's no way he was cast like after a line of people walked in.
Mm-hmm.
Like he got outperformed by that fucking teenager for half the movie.
Yeah,
and that kid was like also deadpan the entire time.
The only good actors I can believe was Lois Lane. I believe she was very curious about who the Superman guy is. You know, I believed her a little bit. Lex Luthor, maybe. That was in the post-credit scene, if anyone stayed around for that, the post-credit scene. And maybe the police officer, because I feel like that's actually just a police officer from the local town.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. Is the fucking half the footage from Smallville was just clearly him interrupting the lives of people in that area.
There's a live shooting. Why is there red here?
Just fucking filming like the football players and shit, and they're like just playing the game. And he's like, "I'm gonna make this is gonna be my Superman movie."
For that scene right there is like a compilation of scenes. I feel like he shot them in a trench coat in the bleachers, like going like, all right, I'm gonna get some footage. I'm gonna get some footage of this. We're definitely gonna use this for my film. And then he just like threw it in there and then wrote around it. Because when they talk about Smallville, and boy, do they show a lot of shots of Smallville, it's implied that the whole town knows he's Superman. Did you catch that?
Yeah, they have that weird scene with like the fucking neighbors or whatever.
Yeah, they're like, well, we don't want the FBI mucking about around here, so let's just keep it to ourselves. I'm like,
we don't want the FBI or LexCorp.
Yeah, LexCorp coming down. No, I remember seeing that scene, and it's like, really, nobody? Not one farmer would sell Superman out $10,000, $50,000? No?
And he's just giving his identity out. Like, that kid that's gonna kill himself is just like, yeah, I'm Clark, dude. He's like, what if I don't, like, why are you telling him that? That didn't solve anything. He still was like, I'm still gonna kill myself.
I feel like I'm in more danger now that you told me, because Lex could just find me. He's like, yeah, we've been hearing, this is Lex, by the way. We've been hearing a lot of reports that a Superman's just telling his identity to people who kill themselves. One of my henchmen, try to kill yourself. Go.
I'm pretty sure next week or the week after I'm gonna do a video using that idea. Just Superman telling a guy like his identity, and the kid is like, okay, I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm telling people about this. So now he's like, you sure you don't want to jump? Just slip off a little bit. Like,
no, I actually have a lot of reason to live, Superman. You've given me a lot. Actually, good friends. My dad works for LexCorp.
Oh, I didn't think this through. Okay, you can't tell anyone, all right? Or else, you're gonna,
Let's go to what?
I'm gonna have to. Look, don't make me do this, dude. Like, no. Oh no, he fell. He jumped. Whoops,
Superman, why'd you let that guy go? Let's check the security footage. They check the security footage. Hello, I'm Clark. Oh my god!
Everybody's jumping from buildings today. Just starts picking them up, tossing them down.
Why do they keep finding out my identity?
I'm doing that. I'm definitely doing that. So if you're listening to this, it might come out that Saturday. Who knows?
So the parts that I liked about it was solely just him interacting with like the firefighters, the police officers, and like his local news. Like if this was a good film, I'd be like, oh, the town got together, because he spent like $25,000 on this. He did like Indiegogo fundraiser or whatever, and I was like, oh, the whole town came together. That's cute. That's nice. But then it turned out the way it did. They shot it, so I had to do some research. I saw this last night with a friend. They privated their Instagram and their Twitter account, the director. And so I had to like use like AI upscalers to figure out like what camera they're using, because nearly all the shots are like soft focus, where everything's like kind of in focus but kind of not. And a lot of it was like so dark to see. Like for something called Superman Solar is hard to see. And so he found out they shot it on a Canon 90D DSLR camera. Now you saying you don't know much about cameras, JJ. You're saying like what does it matter? Okay, cool. To make a long story short, it's a bad sensor, and it's for photography. Like, all the videos I've seen about it are for photography, and when you shoot in 4K 30, it has a soft focus, meaning that even if it's in focus, it won't be sharp. And you seemingly can't shoot flat. Like, you can't color it in post. Like, you have to fight the color of the camera. So they're essentially using a camera not built for filmmaking at all.
Great. So it would have been better if it was on an iPhone, is what you're saying?
Somehow, yes, it would have looked a lot better. And with all that money they made, they could have rented a camera. They could have bought a camera, like a cheap-ass new DSLR camera or whatever for whatever.
Yeah, but then how would they have afforded that fantastic CGI?
That's actually the interesting part. Whenever they showed the CGI, not the green screen or composite, like the CGI, I was like, oh, did you pay for this and then wrote around it? Because he's fighting Brainiac in the middle of Africa. Like, they say it's a crater city or whatever, that like they had a billboard, but when they showed the Earth, it was clearly in Africa. And I was like, oh, I guess he didn't tell the VFX people what we were doing here. But I saw that fight and I was like, oh, that's fun. Go back to that.
I could definitely tell you, they CGI, they filmed the scenes that needed to get edited around. They're like, all right, Superman fights Brainiac, desert, and then just go. That's it. No script, nothing. Just Superman fights Brainiac, go. Superman flies, go. Superman does this, go. Superman shits in the toilet, go. CGI team's like, that last one's really not necessary. They're like, no, it's necessary for me. It's not going to be in the film. Just do it, all right?
I don't think he made storyboards. So there's this thing in filmmaking called the 180-degree rule.
Yeah, they break it, and it's so fucking obnoxious.
They break it so often.
That scene.
It's so confusing, and the difficult thing, because they keep cutting back to the guy's about to jump. The guy's about to jump very hard in the very, very dark alley. Not dark, it's like a dark building. So dark that even in real life it isn't that dark. The camera that they used is so bad at filmmaking and green screening that I guess to make the green screen look good, they just made everything look overly dark. Like, it was kind of hard to see them doing most things.
I think scientists are going to find a new shade of black in this film.
And what's interesting about this is that they had Blu-rays of this. Like, part of the Kickstarter campaign, they made Blu-rays, and Blu-rays are expensive. I worked with a friend of mine on his Kickstarter, and he was asking me, like, should I do DVDs? Should I do Blu-rays? Because Blu-rays cost a bit extra. And I was like, you gotta do Blu-rays, because Blu-rays have extra quality. You want to appreciate what YouTube can't show. When I saw it when I saw the Superman store on YouTube, I'm like, I think this is the best quality. I think it would look better on a DVD because of the compression.
I'm really excited. I would love to buy the Blu-ray, just for shits and giggles, put it in, and it's like the most amazing movie I've ever seen in my life. It's like not even the same actors are in it.
Because the guy has worked with other people before. Like, in his campaign, he said, I've done other VFX stuff, I've done other X, Y, and Z. And I was like, nice. Invest in filmmaking, like maybe buy some lenses, buy a new camera, do storyboards, make it look nice.
Do anything.
Because for the actor of Superman, it's a two-tone thing. You can have good actors with bad directors, and you're like, oh my god, I've seen this person do good stuff. He wasn't feeling this run. So I don't know if the actor is bad for Superman, or I don't know if the director is bad at giving him direction. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I think it's partially both. I think the actor's fine. Because honestly, I shit on him a lot, but there's that one scene where he's like supposed to be Clark in front of Lois and act all like nervous and shit.
Yeah.
It's like decent. It's like okay, but like I don't think he's good at playing like a confident like man of action guy. He's just very passive in all of this. Like my favorite scene in this entire movie.
Yeah.
Well, this is not even.
It's a short film.
Second favorite scene in the entire film is when he's in the fucking, Africa or whatever, Brainiac. Yeah. And he's like, yes, you've made me bleed. I guess I'm more human than I thought.
No, I think he said, like, doing? I'm more like these humans than I thought.
No, you said, it's burned in my retinas.
Okay, it's burned in your retinas.
He said, I guess I'm more human than I thought.
Oh, yeah, then the Brainiac, it's all ADR voiceover.
Yes.
Which, we can get to the sound mixing. I don't think they added room ambience.
Wait, before we go into that, can we just finish that scene?
Okay, what are you doing?
Superman fucking goes like, I just needed a reason not to hold back. And he fucking... They put in... That's not him yelling. I know that's not him yelling. They put some stock sound effect of some guy yelling. And he shoots laser beams to the point where it's like gigantic coming out of the earth. That's like... that would wipe out an entire city. He can't do that. That's not something he can do.
It's like, Superman, no, my God. It's like, it burns all the satellites. It burns the space stations up in the sky. It's like,
right through the ozone layer. There's like nothing. It's gone. The world's dead. That desert used to be that desert used to be fucking like full of grass and flowers before he showed up.
And at so the post-credit scene, they had two of them. The first one, I think is the first one. It's very hard to see, so I have to describe it to you while you're watching on screen. He pulls a batarang from a wall, and then he looks up at the sky and he sees the Batman signal.
It's the goofiest signal I've ever seen. It's the worst bat signal I've ever. I don't know how you fuck it up. It's a fucking Halloween bat.
Yeah.
It's so, like, I drew that in grade school, and I did laps around your fucking $25,000 movie.
Now, I remember when I saw that scene, because we had this discussion before on whether or not, oftentimes who works first, Superman or Batman. And so somehow Superman was able to notice a very tiny batarang that wasn't even like moving. I think it was just on the wall with no like indication. Like, it wasn't like holding up a bad guy or anything. It was just on the wall. And then he looks up, he sees like the light, and I was like, are you just walking in the alleyway or something, Superman? How'd you see this exactly?
You got nothing else to do?
And it's like,
oh, wait. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. No, you keep going. Finish this.
That was the whole thing. It's okay. You can go.
I just remember the scene when the morals in this story are so fucking bizarre. It's like they have the kid about to jump or kill himself, and the Superman's like up there, and he's like, "Where were you when my mom was shot down in a drive-by?" And Superman's just like, "Yeah, I should have been there." It's
My
like,
bad.
oh, okay. Okay, so you're just taking the fall for that one? So you could have saved him, but you just didn't?
Yeah, he was just eating some Subway that day, and it's like, oh, I hear someone in peril, but I did just order this meatball sub.
Now I'm just thinking of the scenes when he's in his fucking apartment with his dirty ass house, just chilling on his couch. Some guy's mom getting shot down.
Oh yeah, when he was in his house, he was like, he took off his glasses and he threw them. He's like, I don't think these are a good disguise, Mom. And I was like,
Superman.
Are you talking to someone? Oh yeah, keep jumping it around like the Man of Steel movie. At the beginning, he's making his mom create the Superman suit, and it's like, why?
He's making her do it.
He's like, I want to go to the football game. Superman's like, no, you must make my suit. And
you better be making that suit, Mom. You don't want to upset me.
It's like, why is your gigantic ass? Everyone's gonna see you. He's like, I want them to see me. I want them to shoot at my face.
I want them to shoot me so I can defend the defenseless.
Now,
I love he walks around his goofy ass suit. It's like, they'll see you and they'll listen. No, they're not gonna look at him. His fucking goofy ass little underwear on his out. He's not gonna do that.
Superman Solar shows up for the first time. It's like, oh my god, look how stupid he looks. All the people we'll do a skit. You're Superman. I'm like the people of the town. Like, oh my god, who's that ugly guy with his awful suit?
No, hold on. Listen. I'm Clark. We can trust each other here.
Clark? Who the hell's Clark?
Oh,
what kind of Superman
hold on.
is that?
Oh, are you feeling suicidal?
Why are you asking me that, Superman?
Is this
Breaking
Michael?
news.
Is this one of the mics from earlier?
There's a man flying in his leotard named Clark for some reason. What a dumb name.
Fuck. I've been here for 2 minutes. It's already ruined.
Superman. Oh, Clark. I called him Superman because he's pretty super, but man, why? There's this guy robbing. You gonna go stop the robber, Superman? Clark?
This robber, he stole $5 from 7-Eleven. Well, guess what, buddy? I've just been holding back. Shoots a fucking super cannon, destroys half his
and that was a flashback. That was actually my mom, Superman. You killed my mom taking $5 back. She wasn't even robbing. She just got her change, and you murdered her.
Oh, I didn't realize that. You know what? That reminds me of something, though.
Yeah?
I've just been holding back, and then he shoots his fucking laser at this guy, too. Just destroys the other side of the city.
So when they talked to the kid about feeling better, I thought he would say something along the lines of, I can help you get to a doctor, help you get to a psychiatrist, maybe you can see if you need medication or psychological therapy. But his whole message was things would get better. He's like, Superman, sometimes that's just not enough for people.
Listen, you only fail if you give up. No, you can fail. I think
fail
giving
a
up
lot of
might be
times.
the right thing to do sometimes, but like, listen, you can only fail if you kill yourself. Oh, okay, thanks. I guess I didn't think about it that way.
It's like,
I'm only alive until I'm dead.
It's like, Superman, I'm not like you. I can't, I'm not impervious to bullets. I can't fly around. And he's like, yeah, that's what makes me cool, and you suck. I can see why you should jump. Go jump.
You might not be bulletproof, but if you don't quit, you can't fail. If they're shooting at you, if you just don't give up, you'll succeed. Just keep standing. Even if the bullets start leaving fucking SpongeBob-sized holes in you, just keep standing, and eventually they'll run out.
And that man was Lex Luthor's son. Oh, thanks you, man. I can't believe my kid who was about to create a bunch of doomsdays. Him specifically. I'm glad you saved him. If it wasn't for him, thanks, Superman Solar.
Well, you know what I always say. I've just been holding back. Shoots like the fucking Luthor, it destroys whatever little remains of the city there are.
One last thing before we get into questions. XQC and Ethan Klein. Have you seen that? Have you seen that funny stuff?
Oh yeah.
The funny, wacky stuff. Do you want to tell the story? Or do you want me to tell the story?
So, from what I understand, you can correct me when I'm wrong. He went on this tangent about XQC because recently people are starting to get pissed off that he just does reaction videos.
Mm-hmm.
And by reaction, he just sits in the corner, leaves the room for fucking 5 minutes, eats a snack, doesn't say dick, plays the entire video verbatim, and gets like money on it.
Bunch of money.
Yeah, and XQC's a bunch of money, dude. Didn't he fucking just lose $1 million at the casino?
Yes. Yesterday, at the day of recording on Thursday, he lost over $1 million in Vegas.
And he's fine.
Yeah.
And he's fine. That's not going to impact him at all. And you know where that money comes from? From fucking you and me, buddy.
It says right here. I was agreeing with you. I was like hyping you up. I was continuing the conversation. Why do we always gotta do this, man?
Sorry. Keep going. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, shake my head. Get back in the game. All right.
You got this.
XQC fucking makes money, all right? And people are getting pissed off. And he's like, well, listen, hey, if you want to make your money, just like chase me down and ask for your cut, like a fucking villain. Like, oh, okay, you want your money? Just make sure you get a hold of me. You know, the biggest streamer in the world. I'll fucking hit you up or whatever. Like, fuck you, dude. So Ethan Klein, who I've not been a huge fan of for a while, just goes off on this tangent. You've been a little fan,
a tiny minuscule fan. Every once in a while, good take.
Yeah, everyone, clock's right twice a day. But like he comes out with this goofy shit, just comes going at him like vitriol, like just super fucking mad. Yeah. By the way, the whole time Hassan Piker's there, being like, yeah, man, he's fucking crazy. He's guilty of the same shit.
Yeah,
he does the exact he's a little bit better. He actually comments on a lot of this.
Like
stuff
he actually pauses the video and add some commentary, so that's something. It's a little more.
Yeah, but of course there's that iconic picture, the fucking live Hassan reaction, and it's just like his chair.
Empty.
He's done that shit too. But, definitely not as bad as XQC or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, XQC's like, oh, fuck this guy. He doesn't say it like that. He says it in a way that you won't be able to make sense of what words he's saying.
Yeah.
But then he gets on with Ethan, and he goes off on in a debate that just boils down to like Ethan being like, you're a fucking asshole, like yelling at each other. XQC's just trying to like clown on him, talking about like his unhealthy, like how his wife should divorce him, which is the funniest part because she's like, I'm having a third child with him, and he's like, oh. Okay.
Not only did he lose that debate with Ethan, he immediately called Destiny right after it, and he lost that debate too. To be like, hey, how'd the debate go? Did I win? And Destiny's like, you should have like calmed down a bit. You shouldn't have done this personal attacks. You shouldn't have been good or whatever. And so he lost 2 debates: the main debate and then the after show debate.
But the spotlight of it all were the DMs between him and Ethan about this, because like they were going like, you read them and Ethan's just being like, okay, yeah. And Streets is like, fuck you, dude. You don't even know what's going on, dude. You don't even understand. I have the charts, dude. I have the charts. All right, I have charts. He's like, okay, yeah. And then
he pops out the banger.
Yes, he tweets a picture of his goofy ass fucking bizarro watch that like just looks so stupid.
Yeah.
And he's like, just so you remember, I have your house on my wrist. Get your money up. Like, what the fuck?
Well, not only that, while he was in Vegas, like someone was recording him, he clarified it wasn't a flex. Like he tried clarifying, no, that was a joke. But his friend Aiden Ross was like, no, that was a funny flex, dude. That was very funny. And it's like, so he's also not good at jokes.
How is that a joke? It's just like a dig at him.
But when everyone's seen the watch and everyone made their memes about it and all the funny stuff, I can't. So there's a lot of people who are into like fancy watches, I guess. Like there's a news article saying like XQC finally bought a fancy watch. It's been the dream of it, like his lifetime dream or whatever. And I was like, that's your lifetime dream? Buying a cool watch?
That's where you peak? That's it?
And I talked with a friend about this, about how jewelry, I pronounce it the way DJ Khaled does because it's fun. Jewelry depreciates in value so fast. Like if he tries to sell that now, 100,000, I guess, or maybe 50,000, maybe he'll get some money because it was owned by XQC. But it's such an ugly watch. It's such a not a good thing to wear, that whenever he tries to sell it or gives it away, like maybe gives it to charity or something, I don't know, he will not make any of his money back.
Definitely not.
So unlike a house, which increases in value, he essentially wastes a lot of money on something that's hard to tell time on. But we got some questions. You ready? You ready for some questions?
Before we go into the questions, though, can I just give a big thank you to everyone?
Oh yeah, thank you.
Because I noticed if you look down, if you look on our phones, real quick, just
shit. Oh my god.
When I remember which there's my phone.
Yeah, it's right there. What am I looking at?
We had 1,000 subscribers.
1,000 subscribers.
We had 1,000 subscribers, dude. We hit the big fucking 1-0.
That's the hardest to reach. 1,000.
Yeah, this fucking look. Hey, it doesn't seem that big in the the long run, but to get that this quick, it's fucking awesome, man.
Thank you for supporting us.
Thank you guys. Yeah, it's really cool to know that we do this every week, and there are a growing amount of people listening in. Really cool. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, smooches.
I appreciate you.
Questions from the people, the same people, brought to you by
from these very people,
fans of Superman Solar.
Oh god.
Generic content. Milk before cereal or cereal first?
Cereal first.
So here's a controversial opinion for me. Okay.
Don't say it.
I don't usually eat milk with my cereal. Like I don't put it in there.
All right, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean
that's fine. That's dry cereal. I've eaten dry cereal before. It's not a big deal.
It's like a ticking time bomb of like sogginess. Like you got to eat it in a fast amount of time. But dry cereal, you can take your time. 30 minutes.
I disagree. I think the soggy cereal that can be good. I think not too fucking soggy where it's like like dissolving in your spoon, but like if it's a little wet, it's pretty good.
A little slurpy, little. Jamako 2410. Talk about food. I guess we can. What'd you have for breakfast today? Tell me what you had.
I actually haven't had... no, that's a lie. I had a bagel with breakfast.
What kind of bagel?
With coffee. Plain bagel with nothing on it.
Not even cream cheese?
Fucker and called it a day.
Not even that?
No. I normally don't get anything on it. I just eat it.
So, like, if you got an everything bagel, that'd be too much for you.
If I got an everything bagel, yeah.
I had some toast, right? Very good toast. Some butter on it. Eggs. Within the eggs, I'll tell you this nice recipe. You get a pan, put some olive oil in the pan, you mix up the eggs, put the eggs in there, paprika, a little garlic, chop up some onion, some little bell pepper, hot sauce. That's a good meal right there. Because eggs are bland as shit. I gotta add a lot of spice to that to make it taste good. That's what I had for breakfast today.
And I had a bagel.
Yes.
With nothing on it.
Nothing on it. So far, you don't know what the future holds for you today.
I could just down a little bit of cream cheese, mix it in with my stomach.
Just
exactly.
Slurp it down.
Of me slurping up cream cheese.
Lonely Homegirl, are you of the opinion that originality in media is impossible nowadays? Or do you think there are still unique ideas that have yet to be invented or portrayed to this full potential?
The optimist to me is always going to say that it's there's still originality there. I still, in film especially, every now and then you'll see a movie that's unlike anything else you've seen before. Like, you saw
Superman Solar, yeah.
Asteroid City?
No.
Really? You haven't seen Asteroid City? Like,
I have not seen it. Is it good?
Oh my god, I'm losing my mind right now. I keep forgetting names. But yeah, Wes Anderson. And it's it's a really fucking good movie. It's one of the best of the year, in my opinion. Really beautiful, really nice. The editing is great. The music is great. Everything about it. I honestly, I'm probably gonna fucking pop it in if I could find it right after we stop recording.
Legally, of course. Legally, find it again.
Superman, that holding back. Please, if you're listening to this, just keep holding it in.
Keep holding it in. I think the idea of originality is weird to say because we follow the same format for storytelling for so long, in the sense of the hero's journey or 1,000 Heroes or whatever they call the book or whatever. And so a lot of it you have to do format changes and format breaks, either in the sense of letting characters die that usually wouldn't, or transitioning the story from one way to another. Like, if you remember in Psycho, we followed one woman for most of Psycho, then she dies, and then we follow the detectives the rest of the movie. That was innovative. That was interesting. It was like, oh, I thought she was going to live. Fucking no. She died.
Yeah, there are plenty of ways that you can still shake things up, I feel. I think, obviously, like, the idea of it, like, a completely fresh new idea is definitely going to be harder to come by, but like the idea that nothing can be done to change things up is I don't like to think that's possible.
Yeah, I mean, even with Superman Solar, didn't expect anyone to make that. That was original.
Oh god, no. You'll never see another movie like that ever. Like, that is the most original thing that you're ever going to see. Original doesn't have to be good.
Yeah, we never said that.
Original just has to be like something you've not seen before. And you see any of that movie, I promise you have not seen someone shoot lasers out of their eyes to the point where you could see it from the fucking moon. All right, that's not happening.
Yeah, and then not break any asteroids, break any moons.
And everyone, that beam went on like indefinitely. It's cut up like planets in like different solar systems.
I'm sure he killed a bunch of alien species that would have been cool to hang out with in the Superman universe.
All of them. All the ETs are dead. Yeah, he wiped them out in one blink.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How do you do? That was it for this week.
Awesome, cool. Daft, I do have to say one thing before we go.
Yeah.
I've been holding back this whole time.
Oh, fuck.